Hi, this is Tanya Weir, and thanks for joining me in my spunky stamping corner. I have this very pretty fall card that I made using the Autumn Harvest stamp set, and let me show you how I did that. We will start with some black and some Cajun Craze cardstock, and before I put these two together, I've already background stamped the leaf on the Cajun Craze. The other thing that I have already done is cut all of my pieces. And in addition to that, I've also stamped the pumpkin on some spare white paper and embossed it with black embossing powder. And I also stamped the leaf on some Pear Pizzazz and also embossed that with black embossing powder and went ahead and cut this out. I really wanted the pumpkin to stand out in this card. And so we are going to first stamp it with black ink on our main focal point in this card. Let me ink up real good. And one of the things that I really enjoy about this stamp set is the line art. Let me close my ink pad. I love the way the lines are drawn to make this pumpkin. But when I want to cut it out to pop it up on a card, that makes the cutting out part really difficult. And so what I actually do is I cut them off and then double mount it. And let me show you what I mean by that. Let's work on coloring this. We're going to be using 3 markers. I'm going to start with the lightest, the Peach Parfait. And I'm going to go all over. And I'm following the lines, the curved lines of the stamp set. I'm just letting them be my guide. And that already gives this pumpkin some depth. Now, since I'm going to be cutting this out, I actually want to go a little bit outside the lines. And we're going to be cutting those parts off. Now, for some additional highlights or shading, I'm going to use Tangerine Tango. And again, I'm letting the stamp set be my guide. Everywhere there's darker coloring in the stamp set, in the lines, that's where I'm placing my darker color. And now I'm actually going to come back with my Peach Parfait to blend it a bit. And while doing that, the lighter marker will actually pick up a little bit of the darker ink, and so when I'm done, I just bleed it out to make sure any darker color that it might have picked up, it comes right back out. And I like that so much, I'm going to do it just a tad bit more. And now for the green top. Alright, now comes the most tedious part, cutting the pumpkin out. However, because I've also stamped him already on my background, I'm going to ignore all these little lines because they're going to be showing up through the background. So that makes my cutting job much easier because I'm just cutting in curves. That's also why I'm not terribly concerned that when I stamp this, I actually went off the paper a little bit. Oops. And normally I would wait a couple minutes and actually let my markers dry. Now anywhere where sometimes when you cut you will get some white lines. When that happens, I just grab my marker and go around the edges and color them back in. Very cool. So I'm going to set this to the side so it can dry for a moment. In the meantime, I'm going to grab my little leaf, and I would like for it to have a little bit of fall coloring too. So I'm just going to grab my marker and come around the edges a little bit. And again, I'm letting the black lines by the image be my guide. That can sit right there. Okie dokie. I am going to curl my edge a little bit to be able to slip this green pear pizzazz underneath. And one easy way to line things up is to turn your thing around and line up this corner and that corner. And we're already done. I'm attaching all of this to my card with Stampin' Dimensionals, and 2 will do. If you prefer, you can use 4. This is a very popular layout. If you would like, you can put it down square, you can put it to the side. I like mine slanted a little bit. And then I'm grabbing another Stampin' Dimensional to attach my little leaf. And it is completely up to you whether you want to curl it one way or another. And now it's time to attach the pumpkin. Very cute. And like I said, I love the details of the image. I hate cutting it out, so I don't even attempt it. I step it once on the background, and then I stamp it separately, emboss it, color it, cut it out, and put it on top. That's all there is to this little card. Thanks for watching, and see you again soon.